So what's going on here?
I didn't tell Jalen at all what we're talking about right now. He had no idea I was going to push him on this. Which leads me to my question, or more of a statement, a concept I want to discuss. If Christianity is a made-up religion, it is the stupidest religion anyone could have made up.
Yeah, I wish you would have told me we were talking about this. Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, why the heck would I make up a religion where I only get to sleep with one woman all my life? or if I don't marry her, I don't get to sleep with any.
Or even so, if I so much as look at another woman with lust, I've committed adultery?
That
sounds lame.
That's really goofy.
You know, if I was making up a religion, I'd be like the Romans, where the way I would worship the gods would be hiring temple prostitutes, and sex is an integral part of the church service.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds a little more fun than giving 10% of my income in the basket.
Oh, sure. Or I can have multiple wives or something like that.
Sure.
Or ironically, God agrees with everything that I want to do.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, way more sense than Christianity if I was making something up.
You know, if I was making up a religion, I wouldn't have 12 fishermen, farmers, a few of them being illiterate, go into one of the strongest empires in all of human history, the Roman Empire, and tell them, hey, I want you to preach about love and kindness, loving your neighbor, and go in there. They might feed you to lions. They did. They might kill you and
crucify you, burn you alive.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah.
But yeah, this seems like a very plausible thing to make up that's totally easy to buy. This would totally just this is a great idea I had. People would totally believe this. The thing is, that is what happened. And we have documentation and evidence, extra biblical evidence, that this is exactly what happened in the early empire.
Yeah.
Or in the early Christian era.
Yeah, the early Christian era that was under the Roman Empire. Yeah, it was an incredibly revolutionary way of living, given the grotesque and highly sexually deviant Roman culture that existed at the time in the Roman Empire. I don't understand why somebody would make up something like this. It's so much easier. It's so much easier to live as the Romans do when in Rome.
Right.
That's so much more natural than it would be to resist temptation.
Yeah, especially making a religion where I'm going to forgive my enemies no matter how vicious, sexually deviant, malicious, violent, and torturous they may be. I'm going to forgive them.
Why the heck would I do that?
Why would I make up a religion like that when I could so easily just join the religion down the road that I could just go get temple prostitutes, any sexual fetish or concept that I'd like to indulge in is not only religiously accepted, it's socially accepted and encouraged.
Absolutely. And also too, it was a culture of violence and dominance. So you cross me if you want to.
Right.
You know, like it. I mean, come on, man. That way of living and conducting myself is far more catered to my natural responses to things and our natural responses to things as people,
right,
than praying for my enemies and loving those who persecute me.
Right. If I'm a Jew and I'm already God's chosen people, I'm convicted of this. Why would I make up a new religion and get thrown out of town by my fellow religious friends who are Jews to go to Rome, of all places? Why would I come up with this God where I'm apparently already as chosen people, abandon that people group to go to one of the most nefarious cities and empires in town to go preach about love and kindness?
And get killed for my message.
And here's a crazy thing. I was learning about one of the early Christians, not one of the apostles, but someone within the first 100 years. He was a church father named Ignatius of Antioch. And he's going down this path and he's writing letters to all the different major churches along the way. And he gets there and he's literally fed to the lions. And how does he respond in that situation?
But then he just took it. I mean,
he
was like worshiping God as he was being fed to the lions.
We have documents that he's saying, don't come and rescue me because I would much rather live a martyr's death for Christ for the conviction that I have. I'm sorry, but like if all of that's made up, I find it hard to believe. And even if we discount Justin Martyr because maybe he was just convinced by a bunch of liars and everything because he may not have been an eyewitness. We have these people who claim to be eyewitnesses at this event, and they didn't die for what they thought or what they thought up. They didn't die for something they invented.
Or even what they believed.
Or for what they believed. They died for what they claimed to have seen and experienced themselves.
Bingo.
They didn't say it was a vision. They didn't say it was a dream. They didn't say it was some allegorical reinterpretation of the Torah. No, it was, I claim to see this man come back from the dead. He claimed to be God himself.
And also, too, it was one of the criteria of being an apostle at the time. One of the criteria was you had to have been an eyewitness and seen Christ physically risen from the dead. That was a really big deal. And it also, plays in line with their convictions about why they were so willing to die for what they claimed to have seen. Because what I saw is what spurned my writings and what spurned me to live my life this way. Not what I believe, it's what I saw.
Right. So what do you think? Christianity made up religion? Because it sounds like crap to me if it is.
I agree.
No.
But that's part of the reason why I don't think it's made up. I think Christianity was inspired by an event, not inspired by somebody with a good idea.
Yeah, I think the resurrection invented the New Testament authors. I don't think the New Testament authors invented the resurrection.
For sure, my friend. That's all we got.
That's all we got. Just a little quick one for you. I just want to throw you off your kilter there.
Yeah, that was different. I didn't know we were recording this. Yeah. But once again, make sure you guys like and subscribe for this content. We appreciate you guys' viewership as always. Until next time, I am your co-host, Jalen Thompson.
Dylan Schweitzer.
And as always, for the kingdom.